Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. So last week I showed you potting up these chili plants and how I've grown them from seeds. You've seen that. And this week what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a really simple grow room setup. I mean, you've seen my shoe cupboard that I've converted into a grow room, but this is going to be a bit more of a bigger scale. It's going to be really simple, really low budget, really low tech. So keep watching, I'll show you exactly what I'm going to do. So for the next month, the month and a half, because the days are really short still, we're going to do a lot of our growing still indoors. And these tender plants, things like chilies, they're going to need to be in the house probably till the end of May even. So what we're going to do is we're going to make something to capture as much light as possible. And it's going to be really simple, really low tech. And all we need is some cardboard and some tin foil. Now, on your tin foil, there's two sides. There's a dull side and there's a shiny side. And what you want is the shiny side out. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to coat this cardboard with this tin foil. So ordinary kitchen foil, no problem. You don't need anything super duper expensive. There we go. Done. Really simple. Nice and easy way to do it. I'm just going to take a bit of sticky tape and stick it down. I mean, there's types of tin foil that you can get that's sticky, and you could use that to stick it onto one side. But all I'm using is something that everyone can get access to really easily, really cheap. So there's my backboard done. And what I did before is I scored my cardboard so I can easily fold it. And now, if you grab that side and just help me fold it. So you want it to fold like an L shape like that, and then you can put your seedling trays on there and it'll reflect the light back onto the plants. So I'll do the same with this piece of cardboard, make a similar backboard, and then we'll go and get it set up and I'll show you exactly what we're doing. So this is now ready, and this is my backboard, and this is my reflective surface that's going to protect and bounce the light back onto the plants. And this is going to be ideal to fit on any sort of windowsill. It's really easy to make. It's quite easy to just pop on any windowsill. You can pop this on and just give your plants a little bit of extra light from that. Because at this time of year, because the days are so short, and if we're relying on natural sunlight, then we want to maximise every single bit of light that we can get, and that's what we're going to do with that. For most people, we've only got a few windowsills that we can keep things on, or a few tables in the house and very little space. So what I always do is I always set up a temporary table that I can put in front of a window and use that. And when I mean temporary table, I mean a real temporary table, and all I use is this. So this is just a normal decorator's table. I bought this to do some wallpaper in, and it's been sat in the shed ever since. I get it out once a year to put my seedlings on, and then I can put it away again. And then it doesn't interfere with the rest of that, it doesn't interfere with everyone else in the house for the rest of the year. So for a short while, this is my growing table. And let's go get this set up, where I'm going to put it and exactly what I'm going to do with the rest of the stuff. So we're in the attic, and this is where I'm going to keep my plants growing. We've got this nice big window that lets in lots of light. It's a south-ish facing window. The south is sort of that way, so it's sort of a southwest facing window. So this is where I'm going to set my table up. So let's get this set up. I mean, because of the type of equipment that we're using, really low-tech stuff. Decorator's table, that's all you need. I'd love, an outdoor grow space where I could have all this set up permanently, but we haven't got that, so we just use the space in our house as we can use it. Just use whatever's available. There we go. That's it. Now let's get the plants moved up, and we'll get the backboards up as well. So here we go. It's time to get the plants up. Got my little army of elves helping me.
Little army of what? Elves.
Did I bring me the other black tray?
What do you mean the other black tray?
The big black tray, the big black one. So now, these plants are going to stay here for the next 6 weeks to a month. Okay, no, you don't need to do all that. Thank you. So, all these little trays that I've got them in, these single cell trays, they're going to go into here. We can get rid of these small ones. If you get one of these tables and sometimes it feels like it's a little bit loose in the middle, use something to prop it up in the middle. That's what I mean. I just use bits of furniture to prop it up. You could make us another set of legs in the middle to give it that extra support. Sometimes it's not needed. Sometimes you can get away without doing it. So this is going to be where I put my plants, and let's get the backs on like I was planning. So that bit that we folded just goes underneath. And it's just going to sit like that for the next few months. There we go. So any light that comes in through that window, it's going to reflect off these, it's just going to reflect off the aluminium on this board that we've made, and it's going to bounce back onto the plants. And what I've noticed is some of these plants are starting to get a little bit yellow because I've not had them. They've been sat in the middle of my living room. They should have been under some light. They should have been near a windowsill. I should have done this straight away, but because I didn't have the time, I didn't get around to doing it. But we're doing it now. We'll get there. I mean, we'll get it fixed. It's nothing that can't be fixed with a little bit of TLC. We'll get there. For the last 3 or 4 years, I've been doing this same setup, and every year we just grow our plants like this on these trays, on this table. This is the place that I do it. I mean, if you've seen my videos from the last few years, all the way since I started YouTube, you'll see this table and this setup. So one-time investment. I mean, that table costs around 20 quid. Those big trays cost about £5 each, and the rest is just your time and a bit of labour. That's a nice little simple DIY setup. It's going to capture plenty of light coming in through that window. If you don't have a southern facing window like I'm lucky enough to have, a set of grow lights would be really good, and that'll give you the flexibility of being able to put it anywhere you want. People have replicated my grow cupboard, the one that I did in my wife's shoe cupboard downstairs, and I'll leave a link to that video up here, and you can see how I've got my seedling starting off there. People have replicated that into airing cupboards, into old wardrobes, into all sorts of things. So it's really simple. You can take advantage of what you've already got. As long as you don't mind having a few plants in the house, you can get your plants off to a really good start, and you can keep them protected like this for a good while to come, and it'll save you in the long run, and you'll get those at harvest much earlier. So I hope you like what you've seen. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe for me. And I also make videos on Patreon, so if you want to support us, you can support us there. I'll leave it there for this one. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.